like best play. Both players play well. It's a draw.
Yep.
But you still have to find the moves. And he's timing everything right. But when he needs to, he's finding the critical lines that put. I mean, we just saw right here, went from white is pushing the B pawn, a couple squares away from queening. And Hans found the exact precise line that forced white to no longer put, divert resources from that B pawn, shift them over to stop the G pawn. And then once Hans's opponents are in a passive spot, that's when he pounces, right?
Amazing. And we're right back to the action. Levon Aronyan and Anish Giri, we were watching this earlier. We're back to the game now. Giri only needs a draw to win this match, but the game has really shifted. It was actually Giri who was well ahead in this one, but now the bishop on h2, Eric, is trapped. 100% cannot move, and he's only got 1 minute and 28 seconds. Levon can play for the flag as well.
Yeah, bishop takes d7, runs into rook b2 check. I think that's an important intermezzo, although I don't know if that actually helps black. Because if you don't play that move him on, then that bishop on e2 that was trapped, well, it just takes on e5, and Giri will be very happy to trade into a rook endgame up a pawn. If you do play rook b2 check and then take the bishop on h2, white maybe plays bishop e6, and you're all of a sudden threatening rook a8 checkmate, which means there's not enough time for black to actually use that c pawn and dark squared bishop to make their own queen. Checkmate will win the game.
And I think at this point, because of that idea, you have to take the bishop on d7, but now bishop e5, everything liquidates, and the only hope for Aronyan is a flag.
Only hope is a flag, but unfortunately here, connected passed pawns combined with a rook.
Yep.
Anish's job is very simple. Just check the king, push the pawns, and Aronyan, well, he's looking at a match loss here. Split pawns are way worse than connected pawns. On top of that, white has that a3 pawn. I guess technically,
he's just liquidating here. Very smart.
If we could get to a rook versus rook position, I'm curious. Do you think if this is a rook versus rook, Anish has a minute, Levon has 2.5 minutes, would he try to flag? Probably not, right?
A minute's just too long. I think at 20 seconds, 25.